Hello YouTube, this is Huck4014. Today's video, I just want to talk about just the current state of the world right now. There's a lot of conflict, and around the whole election, right? We're hearing jokes about, oh, if Kamala Harris becomes president, then we're going to get drafted and go into war. And I just want to really talk about that topic real quick as a fighting age American male. The idea of being sent over to Ukraine or Israel for war when we have so many issues here at home, I it just saddens me that it is an actual possibility that some of us may be drafted and sent to fight wars that we have no business fighting. You think it might be a little ironic I have a Rhodesian flag. See, now, the Rhodesian Bush War lasted from 1964 to 1979. I couldn't really find much information on if America funded anything in the Rhodesian War, but there was lots of volunteers. They called them Crippled Eagles. Crippled Eagles were just Americans there to fight with the Rhodesians in their war, the Bush War. But in that same time, when America just ignored Rhodesia, just in the years, let me look at my notes here. Sorry, I got a lot of this information from Wikipedia, so it may or may not be correct. But the U.S. spent $3 billion in Vietnam from 1950 to 1954. And 58,279 American service members lost their lives during the duration of the Vietnam War. Why were we even in Vietnam? Why were American men sent to Vietnam? What was the point of that? To fight communism? What about the communism? What about Zimbabwe? You know, after the Zimbabwe War, according to the Washington Post, the United States gave Zimbabwe, well, Rhodesia, and it was in, this article is from April 14th, 1980, so right after the Rhodesian Bush War, America to give $15 million to Rhodesia, which was going to become Zimbabwe. Now, that's great, and I really do, I don't have too much wrong with giving aid to help countries rebuild, but they did nothing. America spends all of our time and resources in a country that most people, during the Vietnam War, nobody wanted to go to Vietnam. It wasn't like World War II where everyone was like, all right, maybe this is a worthy fight. You got to start to think and do some research yourself on this kind of stuff. Like, what is the point of all this? Why are American men to be sent to die in a foreign land in the first place? What's the point of that? It doesn't make any sense to me. And the concept, and here's a kicker, right? I've heard people call Donald Trump a coward for dodging the draft. So the guy genuinely believes that he shouldn't be involved in a foreign conflict and dodges a draft. Sure, he was born with a golden spoon in his mouth, so it's easier for him to do it. So it's easier to make fun of him or criticize him for this. But to call him a coward, so if I dodge the draft to go to Ukraine or Israel, would I be a coward? Would that make me a coward? Would it? In some people's eyes, maybe. But why do we ignore? What about the crippled eagles? The crippled eagles. What if somebody dodged the draft and then went to fight for Rhodesia? Would you call them a coward? That's just one example, but it doesn't make any sense. Why are we, wherever America goes, we have to be fully, we got to go there. The American government is just dropping the ball of late. Obviously, look at what's going on with FEMA operations, with all these tornadoes going on. It's a big mess over there. And, it's really up to us Americans to help each other. It's up to us Americans to pull our resources and do everything we can, as little as it may be, donating to efforts with the hurricanes, just helping. When it comes to all of these taxes, and you look at your paycheck, and then, even then, all of that money that we pay in taxes should be going to the hurricane relief, but we're still, as private citizens, donating and spending all of our time doing this stuff to help each other. And that really goes to show the American spirit of perseverance and overcoming obstacles together. That's what America's about. Well, that's pretty much all I got for this video. Drink water, do push-ups, and remember, just because your government tells you to do something, maybe it's not the right thing to do. Maybe you need to ask the moral or spiritual questions as to what is right, and don't just go follow orders. Peace out.